we should be back live right now. So, regarding the news, the direction of the market, we don't have anything really confirmed yet. So, we have the Chicago PMIs not really having that big impact in the market. You see, we pushed and then we got rejected. So, an hour ago, we was trading at 44, we're still trading at the same level. So, big push down, no confirmation really below so far, and DAX is extremely high compared to the Nasdaq. So I'm preparing myself for a short position, but I want to give it some time. I'm glad that I did not rush it, that I focused more on staying on the right side, and that's doing nothing, staying cash, right? You don't want to be on the wrong side here, like, short when things is like really pumping, but it could sell more off. We don't want to hope for something to happen. We want to see where the market is going to go, and then we're going in that direction. Right now the direction is very, very clear, and it's selling off, but we're having a strong support at the previous 830 level. So let's see if we can break below, and then we could consider going for a short. Else we're just going to take a long back to 19,000 that we was trading at before. So let's see, currently pushing. DAX is also pushing, showing a trend that's pointing up. We went to 133, and then we just sold right back to 62 now. Strong support at 50. Market is not really picking any side. I might consider going for a short here on the DAX, because it's always easier for me to short the DAX. I will take it back to 22,000 or even lower. We have to be a little careful here, because it could, after 15 minutes, and it could choose to pump and come back to 19 or even higher. So that's like 150 points. So just be careful. Let's not do things we not agree with. We have some selling pressure here. It could push back to 75 or 100 or even higher. So just be careful here. You can see that the Nasdaq is actually holding quite strong right now. Let's see if it starts selling off. If we should take a short on the DAX, it should be around 100 or 125. We should be very careful going short here and hope for something to happen. Yes, it can sell off 30 points, but it can also push 100 points very quick. We did not got below. We're still trading at that 25, 30 level. Let's see here. It's very tricky. Big push on the DAX, all the way back again from 62 to trading at 24. Lots of selling pressure. I might consider going for a light short here. Let's see. I'll go for a light short here on the DAX. The DAX looks extremely weak to me. I like to close this one out here just quick for break even. Did not make any money. I want to make sure that I do the right things that I feel good about. I'm not taking some impulsive trades. So just close it out for break even. I want to see where this market is really going to head. It's very negative right now. I'll go for a light short here, 50% position at 22. You can see that the Nasdaq is really selling off. I'll exit this one here again for 2,800. Let's see if it's going to push back again. Then we could consider going for another short. Wow, it's very negative. I'm actually very surprised that DAX is still holding at these levels when you see such a weak Nasdaq. Big push. Be careful here going short. They could push the market all the way back again to 19,000, so we could see some push right now. It's still short to me, but you saw that last time that they pushed from 830 back to 910, so they could basically push it 80 points from lows, so they could push it back to 75 or maybe 880. So, and then they could dump it again. Just be very careful going short here. It's again the short-term trend. The longer-term trend, yeah, then it should work, but as I told you, they might have some support around 22,000, and there is maybe 150 points up or maybe 250 points up. The downside is like very limited. Like we might not see a Nasdaq that's gonna sell more often, like 2-3%. So if I was you, I would be extremely careful, and I will probably stay cash and call it. I'm not super sure what the Nasdaq is gonna do compared to the DAX. The reason why I'm shorting the DAX and the reason why I've been trading the DAX for the past month is we've been trading very high, and it's been very easy that every time Nasdaq sells off, we see a DAX is coming all the way back again. Could like to go short again here, but it could be a fake out, so they could push it back. It could be a fake out, so they could push it to 50 again. I would consider a long here, so be careful. But let's see, they could also sell it below 22,000. You see, they're pushing it up, then they coming with a fake out. Many shorters coming in, and then they're getting stopped out. So we might have a short squeeze if it's gonna come back to 50, and then they might push it. I'll be very careful right here. So selling pressure, but then we see a push here. Could consider going short over here. I'm gonna go in for a light short. It's currently trading at 38, 39, or 40. Let's see if they're gonna push it or if they want to dump it again. I'm currently short on DAX. Let's see. They could push the Nasdaq all the way back. They could also dump it again, and it could break below 800 and start selling to 700 or even lower. Big push. Moving my stop loss back here. I might consider adding to this short here. Well, we saw that last time. It went exactly the same. It went down to 12, and then they pushed it to 130. We might see the same here. So if I was you, I would be very careful here. I'll exit this one here for 1800 at 32. I'm not super sure if I want to trade this. It's very volatile. They could push the market back. Same over here. You can close it at 27 now. You short if you want. But I will be very careful because I'm not super sure if they will push it back or if it's going to break below and then really sell off. I don't think there is going to be a lot going on today. You can see Apple is holding quite strong at 218. It's not really doing anything. It's only Microsoft, Amazon, Nvidia that's like really selling off. So I would be very careful here because it's pushing, it's holding. We saw it pass support here. So you can see that support right there, just above 22,000, and then we pushed right back. So that's what we could see again. I would say 22,000 break below with selling pressure. That would trigger a short for sure, but else it's just a long back to 250. So for me, it's not really worth it to trade more. I made a lot today on DAX. I also managed to make some money right here sitting with you. I think I managed to make, through the past like 12 minutes, I managed to make like 5.5k, something like that. So I'm actually very happy with my trading results today. But again, you can see they're trying to push the market back to 900, maybe 950, or maybe even 19,000 or higher. And that's what they also want to do with the DAX. So to me, it's very risky. I would be very careful. I might consider going for long because we have the same patterns over here where they pushing the market to 68, 90, and so on. So I could consider going for long because of this big push we saw here. But I have to be very careful because now we have 50 points downside and now we don't have that much upside. So big push, they're gonna push it to 900 for sure. Same here. They will push it to 75 or even higher. If we're gonna sell below 71 and I see selling pressure, I might consider going for a short, but let's see. No, for me, this is still a long. I'll go in for a light long here. It's currently trading at 47, 46. I want to see if they pushing the market again to 900 or 950. I swear they could push the market back quick, 20 points, and then we could profit from that. But again, it's very risky. You need to understand the risk. Exit this one here. For me, it's too risky. Like, it's not really worth it trading these days here. I would be very careful. I just exit for break even. Yes, I know I can make probably 25 points, but I could also lose a lot on a long. So to me, you should rather go short back to here or back to here. Like, it's not really worth it. You could also see the Nasdaq is like not really selling up, not really pushing. So I will just stay cash here and avoid over trading. But the long idea I just showed you will be right for DAX. They might push it back to here. Back to here, you can also see that they're pushing the DAX and the green candles is pretty strong. But let's see. Yeah, I told you. But again, yeah, I could have made much more, but I just don't like the risk right now. Like, the risk is simply too high compared to like the upside, maybe 15 points, I don't know, and then they might sell it all the way back again. Let's see if it's getting rejected here at 900 or if they're willing to push it back to 950 or even 19,000. They could push it and then they could dump it later. Right now the direction is up, as you can see. It's currently up. Could consider going for a long. Let's see. Big push again. They're holding it quite strong, Nasdaq. Big push again coming there. Very strong candle. They want to push it to 75 and then maybe push it to 22,100. Will they dump it to 50? Then we could consider going for a long. You see push here coming, I told you. Strong rejection. Stop losses might be here. They might push it more. You see, the long was not a bad idea. You can close your long. If you went long, you more than welcome to close your long. For me, I am not doing anything. Big push again, told you. And now we are above. I expected this. That's why I told you I don't want to trade more. Support there, resistance there. You really have to break above for me to take a long. I prepared for this and I expected this. That's why I told you not trade more. They could get rejected here and then they could dump it back to 75. But they could also push it to 950. I could consider going short here. But again, it's very risky because they could push it to 950 or even 19,000. So be careful here. Do not trade against the trend. I'll do a very light short here. It's extremely risky. You should not copy. I'm shorting it here. It's currently trading at 91. I just see if I could get maybe 5 or 10 points quick. I'm not super sure if that's going to hold. I think they are willing to push the market. Let's see. Nope. So we might have some push here coming in. Wow. They're gonna push it now. Moving stop loss here. It's very risky. I shouldn't be trading this one here. Very risky. They could sell it off again. They could come back to 50 or 75. I'm not super sure because this is really against the trend and they're trying to push it all the way back to 19 or even higher. You can see how strong the market is. They really want to push it. They don't want to make it too easy. So that's also why we should be stop trading. I consider closing this out here for maybe 80 or 75, but I think they're gonna push it before they're gonna dump it. Last time we pushed, as you could see, we did not came back to 90, as you could see. So they pushed it to 12, they pushed it to 25, they keep pushing it to take all the shorters out. So that's what you have to respect here. Yeah, what can I say? I did not follow my own principles. I should have stopped trading. But again, it could get rejected here at 950 and then it could fall very hard back to 820 or even lower. So it could work, but they might push it before they're gonna dump it. And I think they could push it to 150 at least, or even like 200. Okay, now they're actually selling off the NASDAQ, but that could be a fake out. So we have to break below 900. It could be a fake out. Very strong DAX. They really want to hold it, as you can see. They're pushing it to get everyone out. They might push it to 150 or 160. Will this really sell off? Then it's really good confirmation on the DAX, and then DAX might also sell off. I could consider going more short on DAX. It's more easier because DAX is, wow, it's insane. We just couldn't break above 940. That's very rare. It's just a very strong and weak sign for the market. Let's see if they're gonna hold the market or if they're gonna dump it below. We're actually below 900 now. I would say below 85, then it's a very good short all the way back to 750. But again, you could see every time they trying to sell off the market, they pushing it right back. There's a lot of liquidity coming in here and a lot of support. So that could act as a new support, and then they could push it to 19,000. So they could push it 100 points. That's also what we see right there. That was not the best trade, to be honest. Moving my stop loss up there. I'd like to add to this short here at 125. Wow, big push. We got some sort of confirmation, but then we just have a big green candle afterwards. I was expecting this. I planned this out and I saw this come. I just went in too early. I'm gonna short it here at 23. Let's see if they are gonna sell it off or if they could push the market another 50 points. Gonna exit this one here. I just exit the ones I just opened at 23. Want to see what confirmation we're gonna have. Big push again. Wow, beautiful push. Every time you have a very, very strong reaction down, you have a big reaction back, right? So it might come back to even 19,062 or even higher. You see they keep pushing it. They keep pushing it. They want to take it all the way back to 19,000. It was very stupid of me going short there. I shouldn't have been going short. I should have held that long or stay cash. It could push to 200. That's the risk that we're working with right now. Strong push. They want to take everyone out before they're gonna dump it. It might come back to even 100 or even higher. I think they could push it back to even higher. So let's see, 950. They're pushing it above. I like to add to this short here at some point. 950 could act as a resistance, and they could sell it back to 900, but let's see. Highs of 140, currently trading at 130. Wow. Very strong DAX. With a break below 120, that's a short signal for me. All the way back, but again, they could push it. We have to be very careful here. I mean, very careful. Going in for a light short here at 135 again. Let's see if they dump it to 120. They could. They could push it. They're gonna push it to 150. I'll exit this one here for around break even again. Still holding my short. I did not expect, to be honest, that I should be sitting here and then just hold a short position that long. It might come here. If we're gonna stop and have highs for the day in the opening at 950, that's a very weak sign. Then it's gonna come back to even 950. So if this is going to act as a new highs for today, and we see selling pressure below as we see right here, and it's going to continue, it's going to end around 950. So I think the target for this short should be 950. You know me, I'm not holding that long, and you can also see they pushing it up here. They don't want to make it too obviously, and they don't want to make it too easy for us, of course not. Trying to take some of the shorters out by pushing it up to test the stop losses and to test the willingness here. So from 109 to 122, strong push again. We saw that big push, selling pressure from 940 back to 890. So we already saw 50 point selling pressure. So we might see it's going to come back again to 900, and then just push back to maybe 19,095. But if we break below the previous lows here, then we're taking all the liquidity out, all the stop losses, and then they're gonna dump it all the way back to, I think, 750 within a couple of hours. Right here, the DAX is very strong. I'm not super sure where this is gonna go. They might push it to 150. They might push it to 200. I think a very good stop loss could be 213, and then a target of maybe 950 or maybe just 900. This is extremely overvalued to me. I'm gonna go short again here at 123, 122. Let's see here. Big push again. Wow. DAX is unstoppable. It's quite insane that we're holding so strong, the DAX. have a feeling that they might push it to 900 or even like 9050. That's what you could see in the market right here. They really want to push it to 150, and then it could get very strong rejection. Then it could sell back. So you have to be very careful here. So I went short at 90, I went short at 122, 128. 121. So you can see right there. So I have 1,000 contracts short. It's 100% for me. I want to see if this is getting rejected or if this is going to push. For me, it's like 90% push, and we already got it there. Yeah, so they're going to push it now. Wow. Strong push. Will it get rejected and come right back, or will they just push it up? I think they will push it to 200 at least. You can also see it's very clean, the trend here. Let's see if it's getting rejected and start selling off. DAX could push more than we expected. Still think we should end around 980 for DAX. Still think it's an overreaction. I think it's very great to short DAX right now if you have a little bit more longer time frame than me. Let's see. But things is very negative, but they giving it a little bit back. I mean, you could see that we have a very strong Nasdaq that really trying to push everyone out. They want to push it to 19,000. I'm pretty confident with that. So if I could close this one here for break even, that would be great, and then I could re-enter my short later. Wow, they're pushing it. They're pushing this crazy. I could consider taking a loss, but I'm not doing it. They're gonna push this, so do not go short here. If you are short, fine, but they're gonna push it. As you can see, the trend is very clean, right? So they want to push it to 900, 19,000, and then they might consider pushing it rather further, as we see right here. So they're gonna push it. We have to live with it, we have to respect it, and that's just it. They will push it. The Nasdaq is pushing and DAX is coming right after. You can see DAX was about to sell off, but then it's just gonna push. Very unlucky. They really want to push it. It's quite insane. So it's against the trend. Wow, big push. Super unlucky that I went short there and did not manage to cut losses before that. For me, I'll still hold this short. I think I'm going to move my stop losses because I can tolerate this. If I move my stop losses up here, I'm going to risk around 1%. Wow. Nasdaq is also pushing. Will we see a reaction back, or will it just keep pushing to 19? I think it's going to push 30 points more. So I think also they could push it to 180. That's why I have my stop loss at 2/10. I'll have my target for this one here at 950. I think there's easy points down, but again, I could really be wrong, so do not just follow this like randomly. Let's see. Very unlucky that I did this, but it's okay. We need to work with some patience here. So market is like not really showing any progress above 19,000. We are 30 minutes past. It's a weak sign for the DAX and for Nasdaq. Let's see if they're gonna really push it. They was giving it back, but then they pushing it. Now we're gonna see a big push on DAX as well, maybe. Let's see here. Strong rejection on Nasdaq at 19. They could push it back. This could turn out to be a green candle. We just hope for something, but it didn't came in. Let's see. Is it time for now to sell off all the way back to 820 or even lower? Wow. I might close this one here for break even. Well, let's see. Will this sell below 950? I think it's not going to sell below. If we will sell below, then I think we're going to end around 850. Wow, let's see. Will they push or will they push it all the way back? This is going to be... Wow, come on. Come on, push below. No, they want to push it back maybe. Break below here, then it's a very good short signal. Then I'm 100% sure. If we break below 44, it's going to sell all the way back to here. But we did not. No, right back again. Wow. Same for NASDAQ. Same system. Every time we get up, we get right back, but we do not get confirmation below. Will they sell it below? So this is a short for me. Break below 44, that's a very good short. Then I will short NASDAQ all the way back to 820, maybe 800. Right now they're just pushing it, but it's still weak to me. Big push again. But again, it's really hard to say how high they will push it. They could really push it like very high, and that's also why I'm gonna exit this one here for break even and then hold the other one I have. So I'll exit this one here at 20 or 19,000. So I just exit one of them for break even. Why? Because it's very risky. I always expect the worst to come. So what is the worst? That they're gonna push it all the way back, and they will, maybe. So I'll also exit this one here for break even once we can get that. I'll move my stop loss down to 160. So this is the mindset. They could push it again. It's very clear that they want to sell it off, break below 40, but they do not close, the bar do not close below. It opens right back again and they push it. Wow. I'm glad I closed at 19. I hope you also got out. I'm only in with 50%. I might consider moving my stop loss up again to maybe 200. I'm doing that here. I'm in with 50%. I'm risking 0.5% or 0.49 if I have my stop loss at 210. It's hard because I could really see that they could push the market back to 100, 150. A lot of orders is coming in here. They want to buy the market. They want to pump the market. They really want to take the market all the way back. A strong rejection on DAX. I cannot see why they should push the DAX back to 400 or even 280. They should dump it again below 22,000, but let's see, I could be wrong. It's very tough to say where the market is going to go. To me, it's very strong. Currently down 25k. No progress below, no progress above. I would say it will be stupid of me sitting here for so long and waiting for a very good confirmation setup and then not make like a whole fortune. So if we are gonna break below the previous lows and show lower lows, lower highs, like if we really break below like 35 or 40, yeah, we should short it and at least take the risk, have a stop loss here all the way back. I think it's very weird that we see a weak Nasdaq, but the DAX is not really selling off. I'll go short here at 29 again, 28, 29 on DAX. I want to see if this could sell off. I'll close it here again, scalping a little bit here at 23. So just closed another short. It's very hard to say where the market's gonna go. I have no clue right now, because I thought that confirmation below would also sell off the DAX, but it's just pushing right back. And now might see what we saw, but if it's gonna be red now and sell off back to 900, then we should see a weak DAX all the way back to here. But it's not really happening. They want to push it back to 150, take all the stop losses out here. But if they're gonna sell it back here, 110, maybe 108, then it's a very weak. But it's not confirmation for me when I do not see selling pressure and a big red candle below 925. We are below, but I want to see that we're not pushing right back off, but we're actually selling below like we see right there. That's a short signal. We're getting a green candle right after at support 25, and then we're pushing to 35, pushing to 40, and then so on. Will this dump, or will they just hold the market? So 24, 21, very weak, and then they pushing it right back again. Wow. Will they dump it, or will they really push it back? I cannot figure out what they want to do with the market. Let's see. 25, 26, 23. We can see the change of patterns, and we can see it's a bear market, but they moving very slow. It's not a short to me. Now it is, but I think it's weird we're not seeing the DAX really selling below. So if we have to compare them, it should be below 90 at now. They could push it back to 44. Why do they not dump it? Will they dump it now? Yeah, maybe it's coming now. Let's see. Nope, pushing right back again. Wow, this is quite insane. We're really not seeing any selling pressure. They try to push it. It's a short on Nasdaq and DAX. Let's see. Completely insane. And VG is also coming right back, but then we see DAX holding at 100 now, trading at 110. They should really dump the market, and it should come back to 040, 050 maybe. But they're holding it. They fake holding it at 910 now. You see, big push. It's not really giving me like big red candles with confirmation. It's more like trying to push back and recover. But let's see if it's gonna come below here, then I might consider shorting it just for 250. So let's see. If we do not break above 27 and we start selling below 11, that's a very good sign. But why do we not see any selling pressure on DAX? It's very weird that DAX is holding so strong. DAX is really strong because Nasdaq is not giving it back. Big push. Oh, it's annoying. I'm not super sure if they want to push it above 126 or will they dump it now? Will it be time where they're gonna dump it? It's very weird that we do not see progress below 100. It might come now. Let's see. Nope, it did not arrive yet. Come on, let's see if we can get progress below 100. Come on. Come on. Progress, come on. Yeah, we got it right there. I like to exit this one here, maybe for break even or maybe 75. Well, let's see here. They could also stop here and then they could rally all the way back again. If not, I'll exit this one here. I'm out now. No more trading for me. I think it's too risky. I'm not super sure. I have a feeling they want to push the market. So I'm glad I got out for profit. So overall today, I had only been making money today. Made a very good amount today. Yeah, so very happy with my trading success today. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you took this short with me. I hope you also took this short with break below. I'm not trading DAX, NASDAQ currently. I'm still waiting. I want to build it back, trade more NASDAQ because it's more heavier, but it's fluctuating more. I'm not super sure if it's going to come back here or if it will push above. So I'll stop now. No more trading. A very